Hello guys, in today's Exponents and Surds Exam Clinic, we're looking at a question paper from Gauteng province. So this is their mathematics paper 1 of June 2024. So let's see, this question was 20 marks in total. So this means we must do it in 20 minutes. And as you can see, it was question 2, right? So we'll try to do it in less than 20 minutes. Without any waste of time, let's go. Question 2.1 says simplify without using a calculator. 2.1.1, we're simplifying 2 to the power negative 1 plus 3 to the power negative 1, all raised to the power 2. Remember, Bodmers, you need to simplify the bracket first. 2 to the power negative 1 is the same as saying 1 over 2. In the same way, 3 to the power negative 1 is the same as saying 1 over 3, all raised to the power 2. Now, 1 over 2 plus 1 over 3 can be simplified as 5 over 6. Now, 5 over 6 all are raised to the power 2. 5 squared is 25. And then 6 squared is 36. Therefore, open bracket 2 to the power negative 1 plus 3 to the power negative 1 all squared is the same as 25 over 36. All right, so let's go to the next one. 2.1.2, we're looking at 2 to the power, 2 times 4 to the powers x plus 2 minus 4 to the powers x minus 3 all over 2 to the power x times 2 to the power x. I see we have basis of 2. We might manipulate, or we can manipulate the 4 to become 2, and this is what we know. 4 is the same as 2 to the power 2 all raised to the power x plus 2 minus open bracket 2 to the power 2 all raised to the power x minus 3. In the denominator, once again, when bases are the same, we add exponents. This will become 2 to the power 2x. All right, x plus x is 2x. Proceeding, we have 2 times 2 to the power 2x times 2 to the power 2 minus 2 to the power 2x times 2 to the power negative 3 all over 2 to the power 2x. Because the left hand side here is still a bit complex, maybe, oh, by the way, there's a mistake here. 2 times 2 is 4, so this is supposed to be 4. So because the left hand side is a bit complex, perhaps we should try to simplify it further to 2 to the power 2x times 2 to the power 5 minus 2 to the power 2x times 2 to the power negative 3 all over 2 to the power 2x. Now this is better, right? We see a common factor in the numerator, which is 2 to the power 2x, and left with 2 to the power 5 minus 2 to the power negative 3 all over 2 to the power 2x. The 2 to the power 2x's are cancelling. We are left with 2 to the power 5 minus 2 to the power negative 3. 2 to the power 5 is the same as 32, and 2 to the power negative 3 is the same as 1 over, is it negative 3 by the way? No, so our mistake. This is supposed to be negative 6. Right? It's supposed to be negative 6. It's supposed to be negative 6. Right? Once again, negative 6. Let me just fix it. So it's supposed to be negative 6. If you're wondering why negative 6, 2 times 3 is 6. Right? So 2 to the power negative 6 is the same as 1 over 64. Now, insert, you should not use a calculator. So this is basically a tip of saying, now imagine this 32 times 64, it'll give you 2048 minus 1 all over 64. Further, 2048 minus 1 be 2047 over 64. You can leave it like this and you will be sorted. Right? All right. So we have done about 6 marks. 6 marks. So 6 minutes or 5 minutes. We're on the right track. Now, 2.1, 2.1.3. 2.1.3, we have 3 to the power negative half, open bracket, square root of 12 plus cube root of 3 root 3. Before I proceed with this one, I want you guys to see something. When you have 3 root 3, I want you to think of it in this way. I want to tell you straight away, it'll be the same as saying 3 over 1 over 6. Why am I saying that? Oh, sure. It's because you say cube root, and then what is square root of 3? It is 3 to the 1 over 3. Right? Further, this can then be 3 to the power half, and cube root is power 1 over 3. Hence, this would be half times half would be 1 over 6. You guys get it, right? Cool. While we are on it, you see we will be working with some 3 here. It tells us that this 12, we can somehow break it down to include a 3. And I'll show you. Let's answer the first short scenario. So this will become, leave the 3 to the power negative half as is. The square root of 12 is the same as, say, 4 times 3 plus this cube. Perhaps let me just simplify it like this. Let me leave it as it is for now. And say that we have now, once again, 3 to the power negative half equals this come to 3 plus cube root of 3 root 3. All right. So I'm going to show you something just now. In fact, let me just do it here. So 3 to the power negative half be 2 times 3 to the half plus, look at this guy here. This 3 is basically to the power 1 over 3. And I have showed you without this 3 that cube root of square root of 3 will be the same as saying 3 to the power 1 over 6. Am I right? That's what I showed you, isn't it? So let's simplify the right hand side of what's inside our bracket. This is 2 times 3 to the half. And then what does this become? This looks like it'll be 1 over 3 plus 1 over 6 would be half. Right? So this will then become half. Okay. Perhaps you're wondering, let me just show you. 1 over 3 plus 1 over 6 on your calculator, it'll return 2, isn't it? Even if you don't use a calculator, it'll return 2 because lowest common denominator is 6. Lowest common denominator is 6. Right? Or lowest common multiple, rather. Lowest common multiple is 6. Right, so since the lowest common multiple is 6, 3 goes twice into 6, 6 goes once, so it'll become a 3 over 6 and becomes half. All right, moving on, you can see here you have something like this, 2x plus x. Therefore, you can simplify this and say you have 3 to the power negative half, all right, open bracket, this becomes 3. So this is 3 times 3 to the power positive half. Okay. Now, what you do, you can see this is a product of 3 numbers. When bases are the same, you add exponents. We have 3 to the power negative half. What is the power here? It's 1. Right? So it'll be negative half plus 1 plus half. Right? And this gives you with 3 to the power 1. Our answer is simply 3. Happy? Perfect. So we are supposed to be done with these 2 questions in 10 minutes. So we are somehow on the right track. All right. Now let's go. 2.2. Solve for x without using a calculator. 2.2.1. Solving for x when you have 2x to the power 3 over 4 equals 16. Now, you need to divide by 2 through that. You will be left with x to the power 3 over 4 equals 16 divided by 2 is 8. Now, I will multiply the power by its reciprocal. Since it's 3 over 4, the reciprocal will be 4 over 3. And what I do on the left-hand side, I must do on the right-hand side. I see 8 is the same as 2 to the 3. Right? I'm going to do the same thing. 4 over 3. Right? Now, the right-hand side, the powers have cancelled, or rather are becoming 1. You're left with x. Sorry, for the left-hand side. Now, for the right-hand side, 3 times 4 over 3 is the same as, say, 4. So this is 2 to the 4. Therefore, x is 16. Okay, x is 16. Now we are good. Let's see. Did this in less than 3 minutes? We are good. Now let's go to the 2.2.2. 2.2.2 says 5x, or rather 5 to the power x plus 1 plus 5 to the power x equals 150. So let's expand this. It will be 5 to the x times 5 to the 1 plus 5 to the x equals 150. If you like, you can see this as 5x plus x, meaning it'll give you 6. Okay, meaning it'll give you 6. Okay, if you like, you can do that. However, let's just take it like normal, where we say common factor is 5x. You're left with 5 plus 1 equals, so equals 150, right? So this is 6 times 5 to the x, which is equal to 150. This is what I was trying to show you here, right? Now, you will have to divide by 6. 150 divided by 6 must be 25, isn't it? Now, we know 25 is the same as 5 squared. Now that the bases are the same, we can equate the exponents. So x equals 2. Right. Remember, when you get to such questions, if you are not sure of your solutions, go to the original equation, substitute the value of x to see if the left-hand side will be equal to the right-hand side. So here, you will be having 5 cubed plus 5 squared. Okay? 5 cubed plus 5 squared. Trust me, it will give you 150. So this value is correct. All right, let's go to the last question. 2.3 says, without using a calculator, show that 9 minus square root of 54 over 6 root 2 is equal to 3 root 2 minus 2 root 3 all over 4. Cool. What we can do here say 9 minus square root of 54 all over 6 root 2. You can multiply by 6 root 2 throughout, or you can just multiply by root 2 over 2. Okay? I'm saying you can multiply by 6 root 2 over 6 root 2, or you can multiply by root 2 over root 2. Whichever you choose is okay. However, rather for me, I'll choose to multiply by root 2. So let's go. Root 2 over root 2. Let's go. 9 times root 2 will become 9 square root of 2. Square root of 54 multiplied by square root of 2 will be the same as saying 54 times 2, which will be square root of 108. Square root of 6 root 2 rather, multiplied by 6 root 2 will be the same as saying 12. I will have to show you this. Okay, I will have to show you this. Let me move square root of 54 multiplied by square root of 2. When the square roots are when the roots are the same, either product can multiply what's inside the radicals. In other words, you can multiply the radicals. So this is the same as say 54 times 2, which will give you 108. Okay, now if you say 6 root 2 multiplied by root 2, it is the same as saying, 6 times 2 to the power half times 2 to the power half. When bases are the same, you add exponents. This is 6 times 2 to the half plus half, which will be 6 times 2 to the 1. This is 12. Okay, this is 12. All right, and this is how we got our answers. Let's go. Right, moving on. We don't have to do anything to this 9 root 2 because I see what we need to prove has some square root of 2. So I'll just leave it like this. So we leave the 9 root 2 as is. Then 108, I want you to think of the product of factors of 108. I have in mind, let's try. We have, let me change the car. So 108, we can imagine it as 54 times 2, isn't it? But 54 is not a perfect square. Then let's try by 3 times 36. 3 times 36, that's perfect because 36 is a perfect square. So we're going to do this now. Now we're going to say this then becomes minus 36 times 3 all over 12. This becomes 9 root 2 minus 6 root 3 all over 12. Now here, we look for the highest common factor. The highest common factor here will be 3, right? The highest common factor here will be 3. 3 goes 3 times into 12. Sorry, 3 goes 3 times into 9. This becomes square root of 3 square root of 2. 3 goes twice into 6. This becomes twice root 3. 3 goes 4 times into 12. This becomes 4. Now we have showed that 9 minus square root of 54 all over 6 root 2 can be written as 6 root 2 minus 2 root 3 all over 4. And this is how we answer such questions. See? On time. Bye-bye.